Hi, I'm Chov Hutchings, and this is 3 ways to change the keyboard velocity sensitivity of a patch on the Roland Ax Edge. Now here I've selected the Ax Jupiter Lead program on the Ax Edge, and I've opened it up here in the editor, and you'll notice the volume of the sound is the same no matter how hard or soft I press the keys. Now, if I want to change that setting so that the volume is quieter when I press the keys softly and louder when I press the keys harder, I need to change the keyboard velocity sensitivity. So to do that, I'm going to tap on Part, and then in the tone section, I'm going to tap on Edit. Then I'm going to tap on the right arrow and the right arrow again. And then I'm going to tap on Amp. And now on the screen you'll see we've got written Level Velocity Sense. And that at the moment is set to 0. Which means each note will have the same tone volume at soft and hard key presses. Now, if I press on the slider and set a plus figure, say plus 50, now when I press the keys, the tone volume will be lower when I press the keys softer, and louder when I press the keys harder. And I can do the reverse, so if I press on the slider and set a minus figure, say minus 50, now the tone volume will be louder when I press the keys softly and quieter when I press the keys harder. And for this demonstration, I'm going to set it back to plus 50. And now that I've set it, I can press on Done. Now the second way that you can change the keyboard velocity sensitivity is in the part itself. So if I scroll to the bottom of this screen, you will see it says Velocity Sense. Now this velocity sensitivity slider works differently from the last one, in as much as this one modifies the one that's on the tone. So if I press on the slider and set it to plus 50, this will increase the velocity sensitivity on the tone. And if I click on the slider and reduce it to a minus number, that will reduce the velocity sensitivity of the tone. And because I set the tone velocity sensitivity to plus 50, which is 50 of 100, and this slider uses 64 instead of 100. If I set this slider now to minus 32, this will effectively set the velocity sensitivity of the tone back to 0. Now to show you the third way, I'm going to set both of these back to 0. So for the third way, I'm going to click on the right arrow and then click on Keyboard. And here we have 4 sliders: the velocity range lower, velocity range upper, velocity fade lower, and velocity fade upper. Now currently I've set the tone and the part back to the original. So the tone will play the same volume, no matter how soft or hard I press the keys. But if I press on the velocity range lower slider and set it to 70, then press on the velocity fade lower slider and set that to 70, if I press on the keys now with a velocity of less than 70, the volume will be lower. And to do the reverse, I can set the velocity range upper to 70, and the velocity fade upper to about 50, and now if I press the keys and the velocity is above 70, the volume of the tone will be lower. If you enjoyed this video, do give us a thumbs up and click on that subscribe button. Cheers!